And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel. Every home game's a reason to get dressed up for these guys. And the game arrival sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers, he's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable too, being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Out there with Davis, and it's Bradley in at the point guard position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Whiteside, and it's Hood in at the 3, the small forward.
And the Lakers last season the grain to surround LeBron with playmakers, not shooters. And many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
Now, here's Lillard.
Right there!
Knocked the paint. Anthony against Bradley. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Anthony.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now, here's Bradley. Shoots from the block, and Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in getting his arms up and denying shooters.
McCollum against Davis. McCollum, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
First free throw, good. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question. I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, you know, last season, perhaps the most disappointing of LeBron James's career. I mean, he hadn't missed the playoffs since 2005, and amazingly, this is the one that gets me, had not missed the finals since 2010.
Here are the Lakers with the ball, and here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Basket, good.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You've got to wrap him up. You've got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion, because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
Here's Lillard following the basket by LeBron James. There's the pass to Carmelo. Misses from short range. And after shutting it down early, this was the longest offseason of LeBron's career.
Yeah, and a chance for him, guys, perhaps to recover from years of deep playoff runs. I know he wouldn't want it that way, but he'll take advantage of the fact that he didn't have to wear his body out as much as he has in the past. And criticized and counted out, you knew he'd be motivated to come back strong.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
And so McCollum nails both of them. LeBron with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against Oklahoma City. Bradley finds McGee. And here is James. Just 5 on the clock. Over Anthony. Up. And Whiteside sits out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. For 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Clock at 6. Here's LeBron.
That one to highlight reel, James, is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Next to Lillard. Outside.
Everything he does lives and breathes the game.
Here's James. He's got 6.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they chip in it.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pulls up. And he knocks down the jumper. James has got 8 points.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Outside Hood. Portland needs to get off a shot. Lillard off the back of the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against New Orleans.
And it was an unselfish as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
The Lakers in the lead. Here's LeBron. 8 points for him. And James throws it down hard.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Dunk by James.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
And Lillard kicks to Hood. Pass to McCollum. Elbow shot is on the way. Doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's James. Oh, what a finish!
Good ages at times, guys. Somehow, some way, LeBron continues to rip off these insane sequences time and time again. Remarkable.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Well, it was speculated last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
And the Lakers making a change here. Howard's checked in.
A moment here, see the numbers for Anthony Davis. Coming off a terrific season, he was around 26 points per game, 12 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And he's such a big presence for them on the inside.
Yeah, whether it's sending shots back airmail or cleaning the glass, he's the total package.
McCollum finds Hood. And from Lillard, can't hit that one. Bradley with some nice D. Lakers leading by 5. This offense has really been clicking.
And kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Now here's Hood. His last outing, he had 8 points. Drills the three-pointer. 8 points.
5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
On the wing, James. Goodbye, Hood. And Whiteside sends it back. Get it back. Howard, the pass to Bradley. Lillard against Davis. Over Lillard. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Bradley. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Hood. Lillard outside. There's the 3. Whiteside. Great positioning on the putback.
And the presence of White's really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
To the middle. Here's Green. So he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Free throw good, Green. More and more young coaches in the NBA think this is a trend. Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on that?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Bazemore against Davis. Down low, Whiteside, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Bazemore. Defense right on him. 4 on the shot clock. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, I love the confidence that Hazonia shows pulling it from deep. Boy, his stroke, a thing of beauty.
Cook kicks to Caruso. Pass to Howard. Davis surveying the floor. Here is Cook. Back to Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Yeah, guys, they feel like they're the better team. The standings would agree with that. I look for them to assert that with their play tonight.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Bazemore finds Hazonia. Klein with his three. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles.
Hey, it's not easy trying to stick with Caldwell Pope now, especially when he leaks out in transition.
Here's Simons. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Lets the three fly. Hazounia's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 7. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Here's Simons. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Hazonia. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Here's Caldwell Pope.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. He had a strong showing last season. 7th in blocks, 9th in rebounding, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. Free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
A sharp shooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell Pope is known for being an efficient scorer.
Zach Collins checked in for Whiteside. The Lakers also with a sub. Jared Dudley's checked in for Davis. Both shots good from the stripe. All right, Clark, game is on the line. One free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. Here's Bazemore. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Lakers leading by 9. Cook, the pass to Dudley. Back to Cook. And there's the pass to Howard. Clock is at 3. Goes up on the high post. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. Portland's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. Simons, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Man, wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Now here's Howard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he makes that one.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Here's Hazonia. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. He's covered by Bazemore. Caldwell Pope kicks to Cook. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Here's Simons. Pass to Hazonia. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Hazonia does not lack for aggressiveness. I mean, I love how he attacks the defense and gets these foul calls.
The Trailblazers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Hazonia.
You know, Hazonia plays with a lot of flair, an exciting player who brings a ton of energy to the court.
And so he makes both from the line. 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Cook looking it over. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, we've got Cook, Jared Dudley out there with Caldwell Pope, then there's Howard, and it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. Simons, the pass to Collins. Now Hazonia. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got 5 points so far.
Love how Hazonia sets up his teammates, tees them up nicely, and he's all for getting his guys going.
Back to Howard. Caldwell Pope outside. Shot clock at 6. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 11. Pass to 6. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Pass to Hazonia. Kicks it to Bazemore. Beyond the arc. But they recover it. Shot by Collins, no good.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Cook dishes to Howard. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers, trailing by 13. The pass to Collins. And it's in there.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Pass to Howard. Here is Cook. 5 points in the game. Can't connect from short range.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Now Daniels. A rebound by Hazonia. Bazemore on the wing. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
A different look now for Portland. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Tolliver. McCollum comes in for Mario Hezonja. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. The Lakers also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. LeBron comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Avery Bradley in for Cook. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall, I think it's pretty solid.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. It's good. McCollum's got 6 points.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Bazemore with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Lillard with no one around. And Portland again with the bucket.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
From deep LeBron, that shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
You know, part of being an outstanding point forward like LeBron is mastering the pick and roll. And trust me when I say it now, he masters the pick and roll.
And Lillard kicks it to Bazemore. The wide open look here for Anthony. Rebounded by McGee.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
The drive by James, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, that burst of speed. James may be the fastest guy in the league, and because of his size and speed, he's a force when he turns the jets on.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
Free throw good, LeBron.
Well, there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Collins, and Hood subbed in for Kent Bazemore. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Green comes in for Troy Daniels, and he makes both free throws. Trailblazers trail by 12. Cullen passes to Whiteside. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And that one's good. Green.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. Pass to Anthony. And it's McCollum in the corner. From past the arc. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Bradley. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Feet away. Tips it up.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Here's Davis. And the three off target. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 7-point differential.
Are you kidding me? Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Davis, the pass to James. Back to Davis. Green against McCollum. Lets it fly from 18. Jump shot is good. Green's got 10 points in the game.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
In the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Bradley. Now, here's Whiteside. 14 points from him the last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hood. And again, it's Portland converting.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Caruso looking for an opening. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
Lillard finds McCollum. Now Whiteside, guarded by Green. Back to McCollum. Goes up from the top of the key. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. And let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Anthony against Davis. Here's Caruso. His last outing, he had 8 points. Outside Anthony. Inside. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Shoots, and Davis sends it back. Tries again. Anthony can't hit. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Led by as many as 14 points.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
First trip to the line for him here.
And 79% from the line a season ago. Pretty consistent there as a free throw shooter.
That free throw missing. Los Angeles making a switch here. Howard's checked in. And he sinks the second. Trailblazers trail by 5. Passes to Whiteside. And it's sent back by Howard.
Excellent timing by Howard. He knows exactly when to jump to deny shot attempt.
Davis. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Portland's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And it's McCollum off the drive. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Davis.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good play. I mean, you stop the sure thing, slam dunk with that foul. And I think you send a bit of a message, too, about your physicality and force in the basket area.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. Mario Hezonja comes in for Rodney Hood. And the Lakers also making a switch. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Green. And so McCollum nails both of them. Lakers leading by 5. LeBron left side. Now the pass Caruso. No good on the 3. Portland's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on 3s. Lasagna, the pass to McCollum. They double him with LeBron. Lillard, right side. Fires from 14. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Davis missing.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Lillard at basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. Caruso, the pass to James. And stolen by Hezonja. And Portland again with the bucket.
And Hezonja loves pulling up off the dribble. When the defense gives him space, he rises with no hesitation.
Trying to get open is Davis. And that one's good, Caruso. Caruso's got his first basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
26 seconds left in the first half of the game. McCollum passes to Tolliver. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his third assist on the night. Los Angeles has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. On the wing, Davis. Bucket is good. Davis has got 11.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers ahead, up 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
You just got to compete. Keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 23 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out of the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Whiteside is out there with Anthony, and it's Lillard in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Davis on the follow.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Lets it go from 14. Here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep. Forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
And Davis can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Lillard. Softly drops in the floater. Lillard, 16 points.
I like when Lillard gets a little tricky with it. Outstanding at measuring the floater and dropping it in.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by McGee. And that's now 18 points for Anthony Davis. Lillard against Bradley. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
The Lakers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
He doesn't get the second one. Portland trailing here. Lillard with it. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. James dishes to Davis. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Let's check out some stats for McGee. Last year, getting it done. 3rd in field goal percentage and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
2 shots.
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. First one falls for him. Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. And both free throws good for Davis. Trailblazers trail by 4. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Hood, the pass to McCollum. To the inside. Out to Hood. 5 on the clock. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Davis, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. 5th on the list, JaVale McGee.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
And here's Collins. Lillard, and the layup's good off the glass. Lillard at 6 in the quarter.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Back to Bradley. Now Green. He's got 10. Here's Davis. Rebound by Anthony. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Anthony right side. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option
offensively as they try to get back in this game.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
High arcing shot. McCollum no good. Los Angeles leading by 6. Bradley passes to Davis. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Anthony. They need a good offensive possession.
They've gone a long time without a bucket.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Stolen by McCollum. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Lillard outside. Collins kicks to McCollum. Lillard outside. Back to McCollum. Collins dishes to McCollum. Shoots over Bradley. Portland no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And there's the feed to James. And LeBron throws it down.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
Lillard with it, now guarded by Bradley. Hood against James. Hood can't get it to go.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Ken Bazemore comes in for Rodney Hood, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Free throw, no good for LeBron. Trailblazers trail by 12. Here's Simons. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And the rejection by Collins. Here's Bazemore. Anthony trying to get open. Bazemore misses. Lakers leading by 12. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Wasted no time on that run. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Cook, 5 points in the game. Dudley, the bounce pass. Pass to Cook. Dudley against Collins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
And the first one drops. A different look now for Portland. Tolliver comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Mario Hezonja subbed in for McCollum. And then for Los Angeles, Dwight Howard's checked in for Davis. And it's Caldwell Pope in for LeBron. Both free throws good from Dudley. Trailblazers trail by 12. Simons, the pass to Hezonja. He kicks to Bazemore. A 13-footer. That misses off the backboard. Here are the Lakers. They're on an 18-6 run.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
Hezonja finds Bazemore. Taken away. Here is Cook. 7 points in the game. Pass to Daniels. Here is Cook. Puts up a three. And again, it's the Lakers from deep. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injuries.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
A nice shot by Simons.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Los Angeles leading by 15. Here is Cook. 10 points for him. Passes it to Howard. Clock at 6. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Here's a look at some stats for Bazemore. Some last season stats for him. Last season, he averaged 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. For the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Zach Collins, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. Trailblazers trail by 15. Now here's Bazemore, and Lillard kicks it to Bazemore. Poke loose, stolen by Dudley. Here is Daniels. He's covered by Bazemore. Daniels, no good. Lillard finds Bazemore. Back to Lillard. Over Daniels. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here is Cook, covered by Lillard. Cook, the pass to Howard. And he banks in the layup. Howard's got 6.
You know, this is where Howard does the most damage. With his height and length and athleticism, how do you guard him inside?
Down low, here's Lillard. That one drops for him.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
James checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for Troy Daniels.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
The pass to LeBron. And Whiteside sends it back. Lillard, Whiteside. Pass to Hezonja. 5 to shoot. With the shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And Howard with the stuff.
Really, really hard to keep Howard out of the paint. I mean, once he gets the position he wants, he's going to look to throw it down.
Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded close. That shot off the mark. Lakers leading by 16. Caruso, the pass to James. Uses the glass to finish the layup. LeBron's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
And Bazemore kicks to Lillard. The Lakers with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Hazonia with the ball. He has 7. And it's Lillard missing. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The drive by James. Shoots it up. Lillard again missing. Here's Caruso. Hit his leg. And it's being called a kickball. And here is James. Caldwell Pope outside. 2 on the clock. And he hits the jumper for 2. Caldwell Pope's got 8 points. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We come back right after this. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
We haven't given up any resistance at the other end. They're getting offensive rebounds, they're getting penetrations, they're getting kick-out threes. What have we taken away? Nothing, all right? That's up to us.
Terry Stotts pretty honest with his team there, laying it on the line. Feels his defense has been ineffective across the board.
And a big problem that I'm seeing is the lack of communication. You know, guys aren't talking. There's not enough help for one another, and that's not helping them get stops.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So the Lakers 5 right now. Green is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Howard. And it's Caruso in at the point. Passes it to Tolliver.
And a struggle here to find a rhythm in the second half. The field goal percentage starting to tail off in a big way.
LeBron shot is off. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. It's Hazonia in the corner. Lillard outside. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Two shot.
Free throw, good, Whiteside. And Portland making a change here. Hood's checked in. Bradley's checked in for the Lakers. And both free throws good from Whiteside. Los Angeles leading by 18. Lobbed up there for Howard. And Howard with the stuff. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Bazemore dishes to Hood, and the rejection by LeBron.
Using his length and timing and bounce to perfection there. LeBron James, an excellent shot blocker.
Anthony's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Kent Bazemore. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. And it's Anthony Davis in for Caldwell Pope. Lakers leading by 18. LeBron passes to Green. Now here is McGee. He's guarded by McCollum. Ooh, the double clutch.
Shooting one.
Clark, for a while now, you and I were just talking. We've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Bradley against Lillard. Put on the wing. Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Shoots over Bradley. Basket counts. And now it's 27 points for Damian Lillard.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
The pass to Davis. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
McCollum with the ball. Now Green defending. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. Davis. And Davis throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
To the middle. Deflects the pass. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Get there. Right here.
Green kicks to LeBron. Pass to Bradley from downtown.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Cullen passes to Lillard. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Portland has possession. Lets it go from 14. And the jumper is on the mark. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough. And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
McCollum against Green. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 21 in the game. With the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip.
Go over it.
Here's Davis, and another basket for the Lakers.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside Hood. There's the dish to McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound the Lakers. James has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Green. Up again. Davis on the follow.
Timeout.
Davis has got 35 in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Clark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Antetokounmpo's checked in for JaVale McGee. Dudley comes in for James. Daniels, he's checked in for Danny Green. And ABC subbed in for Avery Bradley. Stolen by Dudley. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Launches a three. Here's Davis. The shot comes out. Collins with some nice D. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Trent. Makes it off the glass. Lakers leading by 23. To the paint. It's stolen by Labissiere. Here's Trent. He's covered by Daniels. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
No good on the free throw. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Zach Collins. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Labissiere. McCollum's checked in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simmons. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Antetokounmpo. LeBron comes in for Jared Dudley. Danny Green, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. And Cook subbed in for ABC. Los Angeles leading by 22. Feeds to James. And the dunk by James.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And it's him off the drive. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Free throw good. McCollum. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
The offensive rebound, count that one. That's 10 points for Hassan Whiteside.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Lobbed up there for Howard. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Lillard, and it's Lillard on the follow. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Cook, the pass to Howard. Now James, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his 5th foul.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
Bradley's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Bradley. LeBron outside. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
It's stolen by Bradley. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Davis. Good on the triple. Davis has got 38 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Lillard against Bradley. Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Here's Anthony, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Davis.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Clark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
And Anthony drops them both. The Lakers with the ball. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Bradley dishes to James. Back to Bradley. Lets it go. That one wide left.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have. He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
LeBron outside. Pass to Davis. The 11-footer. 18 that time from Hood. Trailblazers trail by 19. Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Howard. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Back to LeBron. He feeds it to Green. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. From the wing. And Davis pulls it down. Lakers leading by 21. LeBron passes to Davis. Over Anthony. And it's Davis missing.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
Anthony's shot is off. Los Angeles has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And they double up James. Outside Bradley. No one near him. Offensive rebound. And it's McGee with the jam.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Davis.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions, and the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Passes it to LeBron. Here's Caruso. There's the pass to ABC. Lakers passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. And here's LeBron outside. He can't get that one to fall. Now Trailblazers take it the other way. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. To the middle. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. And finished off by LeBron.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Bezier trying to break free. That shot is off. James looking around. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did, coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.